is up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Brianna, and today we have a very fun video planned because I am hosting a holiday party for everyone that I work with today. I am taking you all along on the prep, the menu, the tablescaping, the doing the food, all the little extras, the games, the fun, and all of the festive feelings. I have my chestnut praline to keep me fueled this morning because it is 8:45 in the morning and everyone's coming over at 4, and I have everything to prep, everything to cook, and it's just going to be a really fun and festive day. So let's host a holiday party together. I'm so excited. I'm going to give you all of my tips and tricks, talk about my inspiration, how I do it, how I came up with a theme, and everything. So hit the subscribe button, stick around. We have a beautiful little corner of the internet, and I'm thirsty, so I'm going to take a sip of this. Delicious. It needs to go back in the microwave because I thought I was going to be up earlier this morning, but my motivation to get up has been super low. Anyway, so to start out for hosting a holiday party, the first thing that I decided was the date, which today is Thursday, October 8th. And then what I did is I went onto Canva and I made a menu. So I'll insert like a cute little photo of the menu that I made. And I sent it out to all friends and coworkers that I work with so that they could see if they had any dietary needs or if there was anything that I needed to accommodate. So I think that's one thing that's super important when hosting really any kind of party, is asking your coworkers, your friends, do you have dietary needs? What do you not like? Is there anything that I can try to accommodate you for? And the one accommodation that I needed to make was dairy-free, which was perfect because not much requires dairy. My grocery haul, just sharing all the groceries that I got. So that was the menu. I love using Canva for my menus. I think it is so cute. It's so festive. It's fun to just put in an email or print out. I was gonna print out the menus, but decided against it for this holiday party. So ended up not printing any menus. But with that being said, one thing that I did want to share was we're actually going to rewind. We're going to go back to last night and I'm going to show you a full grocery haul of everything that I ended up buying for our holiday party. And yeah, we're just going to do a little quick back in time moment. And then after that, we need to start cooking and prepping because a lot to get done today. And I've made it back from the grocery store, so made that big full-blown list, and my friend Rachel took me to the grocery store so I could get everything I needed for hosting our holiday dinner party, which is gonna be super fun. I also went to Target as well for just like a few little last minute games and fun decoration-y things, so I'll share that with you as well. But let's do a full-blown grocery haul. I have everything out on the counter. Everything out on the counter was $209 for reference, so we'll just go through it now and I will show you all the groceries. Let's just dive right in. So this is all of the groceries. We're gonna start over here. So this is everything for like charcuterie. So I ended up doing 2 different kinds of hummus, goat cheese, boursin cheese, Cabot cheese, and then I also did prosciutto and 2 salamis and then 2 little fruits. So this is all charcuterie, plus I got some crackers, some lemons for the chicken, grape tomatoes for the salad, bell peppers to go with the hummus. I also bought a bottle of olive oil because I needed that, Bailey's because we're doing a boozy hot chocolate bar, and then I got 2 bags of Brussels because I am feeding 9 people, so want to make sure I have enough, 2 cucumbers and celery for the veggies, 2 boxes of Triscuits, different flavor, cracked pepper and olive oil, and then rosemary and olive oil. So very basic flavors, but they'll complement all of that cheese and stuff well. Then I also got some fresh parsley, some little baby carrots for the hummus, and then crostinis for the charcuterie as well. And then I just picked up a really nice loaf of bread for on the table when we eat dinner, romaine hearts for salad, almond milk because I'm actually making dairy-free homemade mashed potatoes because we have some that have dairy allergies. So we're gonna do some plant-based stuff over here, which will be fun. I also did the Califia Farms holiday nog for those that are non-dairy and can't have the hot chocolate but want a little holiday treat. And then I also love putting arugula in my salads, so I ended up with that, a little bag of sweet potatoes, big butter potatoes for mashed potatoes, 2 bags of the extra fine frozen green beans, and then I got Toll House cookie dough for those that are not dairy-free, and the Sweet Lauren's dairy-free and gluten-free, peanut-free cookies for them. And then I bought a stick of butter for those that are not dairy-free, and then a stick of butter to put in the food that will be dairy-free. So this is all the grocery haul. This is to feed 9 people. Again, $209. Oh, and then I almost forgot, I did buy 3 whole little chickens in here that we need to cook up as well. So really a lot of the big purchases were like the cheeses for the charcuterie, the Bailey's was $25, and the chicken was expensive too. So now on to the Target haul. So we are are actually going to be doing 2 fun little games to win prizes. So I ended up buying this penguin bowling set. First person to knock down either a strike or as many pins as they can will win. And then a little ring toss with some Christmas trees. So first person to get, I guess, as many points on the ring toss as possible will also win. And then I have these cute little Ghirardelli and Lindt truffles that are going to go for another game for winner. So just some little prizes that I think are cute. These little Merry and Bright bags I'm going to fill with some extra cookies so that people can have a take-home gift. And then these are the little bags for these individuals. So I got 3 of these from Target. And then this one that matches really nicely with 2 for the bigger prizes and treats. I got some candy canes for the hot chocolate bar, some napkins for appetizers, and napkins for dessert, and then little dessert plates. And then I ended up going with the peppermint crunch dark chocolate caramels and the white chocolate covered pretzels. And then in order to cook at least one of the chickens, because we don't have too many pans, I just got this really large roaster pan. And that is my haul from Target and Wegmans, which is the grocery store. So really tonight my plan is just I need to get everything organized. I'm not prepping too much because I'm working from home tomorrow, so I have a lot of time throughout the day, which is really, really great to be able to prep everything and do some stuff in the morning. So just need to get everything organized. But my biggest tip when planning and hosting a dinner party is just make sure that you have enough food and that you write out your menu first. Going into the store blindly and not having that menu like I've shown before is like the biggest tip, and I feel like it was so helpful for me to just get everything on a piece of paper, write it all down, and go into the store and get what I needed and not overbuy. So that was a big tip. And tomorrow we are gonna start with table decor and cooking everything, setting everything up, and doing all of the fun stuff, which will come tomorrow. So fast forward, we're back to today. Grocery haul was great, and it is 8:50 this morning. So because I need to cook 3 roaster chickens, sweet potatoes, and roasted Brussels sprouts in the oven, that needs to get cooked a lot closer to when people are actually gonna be here. So because I am also baking slice and bake cookies, because I do not have time to home make cookies today, it's just not in the cards, I ended up buying 2 different kinds as you saw in my grocery haul yesterday. So I did end up getting the Toll House chocolate chip lovers. It says that this makes 12 big cookies. I would love if I could do 24 small, but we'll see when I open the Nestle box. And then I do have people that are dairy free, and I still want them to feel included, like they have something. So everyone raves about these anyway, the Sweet Lauren's chocolate chunk cookies. We need to bake some cookies now. I feel like my mom's mom right now because I have on like my apron with my pockets. We are cooking. So I just put both of the cookies in the oven, and what is the hardest thing about hosting a party, planning a party, cooking like a full meal for people is you have one oven and everything goes in at different temperatures at all different times. So Corey helped me last night kind of plan out my hours in like which things should go in the oven at which times. The chicken needs to go in last or it's gonna get super dry. That was his tip, so I'm gonna follow him and his lead on that. And then the sweet potatoes need to go in, and then what was the other? The Brussels sprouts. In order, it's gonna go roasted sweet potatoes, then we're gonna take those out and do the Brussels sprouts, then we're gonna take that out and do the chickens because the chicken doesn't need to get dry, so that's what we're gonna do. But because I need to still prep other things that still take time, I am actually going to start on appetizers because that is super easy and nothing that needs to be heated. It's all just cold stuff. I ended up doing veggies and hummus and a charcuterie. So I need to cut up some cucumbers. I bought this bag of bell peppers and some celery and baby carrots. So I can prep all of this. I'm gonna put them in little Ziploc bags so they're easy to just throw into my little dishes later. So now we're going to actually focus on appetizers in the morning because I don't need to cook them. And I think that that's probably like the perfect step for starting this morning. 9:30 check-in. We have made both of the cookies, the dairy-free ones and the regular ones. I have 12 and 12, but I think I'm gonna have Corey or myself either Instacart or like try to run to CVS and get another package of cookies because I want to give cookies to people and I feel like that's a cute take home, and I thought that it was 24, but like I showed you all this morning, it was only 12. So cookies are done. That's amazing. I also went ahead and prepped all of our veggies for the hummus. So I went ahead and cut up 4 big bell peppers, 2 really large cucumbers, and then an entire big bundle of celery. And then I also ended up just rinsing and putting my carrots in a Ziploc bag too. So this is all done. The hummus is just gonna go out in like a little bit of a serving trio so that people can try a few different hummuses. So now staying on the appetizer train, because I don't have anything to put in the oven right now, I'm actually going to start the charcuterie. So the easiest thing when it comes to charcuterie is prepping all of your meat ahead of time, like cutting the meat that you need to, cutting the cheese that you need to again, and just putting it into Ziploc bags. My biggest tip when hosting anything is make sure that you have a ton of Ziploc bags on hand, because it makes it so easy to just, rather than using Tupperware, these can go right in the garbage and you don't have to like load up your dishwasher. So that is what we're gonna start on now, is the charcuteries. Depending on what kind of an appetizer you're serving, I do think it's so important in the morning to prep all of your cold appetizers, because then all you have to do is like pull them out and place them on a table. So that's been super helpful this morning. So let's keep going with the appetizers, and then I'll show you all of my charcuterie stuff too. So my little charcuterie is prepped. I ended up just needing to cut one block of cheese and one of these meats, because I ended up getting more like 2 spreadable cheeses, and then the other meat is just already pre-cut. So charcuterie is all done. Next is, what I like to do is always make this little list. So it's basically has the item and if it's been prepped or if it's done and there's nothing else that I need to do to it. So I always separate it out by appetizers and dinner. So for appetizers, I can check off all of the veggies. So I can check off the carrots, I can check off the celery, I can check off the peppers. I didn't even write cucumber, but that's already done. The hummus I'm not gonna cross out, because I'm actually gonna scoop the hummus into like little containers. So I haven't done that yet, so I'm not gonna cross it out. Sharp cheddar I've cut, and the meat I've cut. And everything on the bottom for dinner, Brussels, sweet potato, mashed potato, chicken salad, has not been started. It's 9:47. I'm feeling really good about the prep that I've done so far. I do have a meeting from 11 to 1, so that's gonna throw a little bit of a wrench in cooking, so I need to do a little bit more prepping so that when I'm in that meeting, things can cook. So what I think I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna prep the Brussels sprouts and prep the sweet potatoes. That way Corey can swap them while I'm in a meeting, so they'll be cooking while I'm sitting, which will be perfect. Now it is time to chop up and prep some sweet potatoes and Brussels sprouts. Let me tell you, I will never take anyone for granted that hosts a holiday and does prep ever again in my life, because it is 10:54 and it took me close to an hour, maybe like probably about 45-ish minutes, wash, cut the Brussels sprouts, then I washed and cut all the sweet potatoes, and then I dressed both of them and massaged them with like oil, salt, pepper. And holy cow, for 2 sides, that took like the longest time to do. So if you're a holiday hoster, I appreciate you. But I wanted to show everyone my sweet potatoes and my Brussels sprouts. I've actually never made these on my own like this. I love sweet potato, but I never make it myself because my mom has always been a butternut squash lady. So that's just what we've always made. But let me show you my Brussels and my sweet potato, because I'm so excited. So here are my sweet potatoes. I just ended up seasoning them with olive oil, salt, and pepper. Nothing too crazy, just want them to like roast really nice. And then over here are my Brussels sprouts. So on these I did olive oil, salt, pepper, and a little bit of balsamic and some garlic powder. So these 2 sheets are ready to go in. However, I think I'm actually gonna start with the I actually think I'm gonna start with the sweet potatoes in first, because they're gonna take a little bit longer and I have to go into a meeting in the next 5 minutes. So I just think it made the most sense for that. But we are just cruising along. It has been 2 hours and I feel like I've been really productive, but it's just crazy how time flies when you're hosting. I can only imagine having to do this if people weren't coming over at 4 and they were coming over earlier, like for a standard holiday, but this is so much fun. So I'll check in with all of you after my meeting and we'll see what else that we've gotten done. But hosting a holiday party and like getting everything organized and good to go is so much fun. The Brussels and the sweet potatoes are both done, and I am actually very proud of myself. This is my first time ever making either, and the Brussels sprouts came out perfect. The sweet potatoes are nice and soft, so now I know how to make both of those. And of course I taste tested and they're really good. So let me show you the Brussels sprouts first. So here we have all of our roasted Brussels sprouts, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna squirt some balsamic glaze on the top of those once we're done and ready to actually eat them and I reheat it. And then let me take you over here to the sweet potatoes, which I'm actually probably the most proud of, because they were super hard at one point and then I just tasted them again after I left them in and they just came out so good. And I'm feeling in a really good position. It's 12:30, so I have about like 3 hours before everyone is either leaving work or coming over, so I feel like I'm in a good spot. Corey's gonna start the chicken now, and everything else is stove related, not oven related, so that's gonna be perfect. Yeah, that is about it. So now Corey is going to start our chickens, and I'm actually gonna be doing our tablescape, which I'm very excited about. So let's get to some tablescaping and some chicken making. What an afternoon. So there has been a lot of progress. It is 2 o'clock on the dot. I have about 2 hours left before friends and everyone comes over. My friend Rachel from work is coming over early though. She's on her way now, just so that she can help me with our last minute things. But I want to show you my tablescape because I'm so proud and I love how it came out, and it was exactly my vision and I just love it. Here's the tablescape. So excited with how it came out. This is exactly what I was going for, was just like an all black and white theme with some greenery, and I feel like it just came out so beautiful, and I'm just so excited because it literally is my vision coming to life. And after I set the table, I ended up doing the green beans and the salad, and then over here I'm actually going to start, I'm just finishing up a few things with it now, the vegan mashed potatoes. So I have plant butter in here and then some almond milk, and then over here on this side is just the regular with dairy mashed potatoes. And other than that, the last things that are still going are, you can't really see them in there, but all of my chickens. So now my friend Rachel's coming over and I'm gonna meet her at Starbucks because I need to get a few little prizes that I'm giving away tonight at the party. 3 gift cards, so wanna go and get those, but gonna finish up my mashed potatoes, and we are just cruising along, doing a great job. So very, very happy with how everything is coming together. Now my friend Rachel's here, and now what we're doing is we finally need to wrap our prize gifts. So we have 2 little bags here with, I ended up getting from Target, which you saw in the grocery haul, was the white frosted pretzels, and then I also ended up getting the peppermint crunch dark chocolate caramels. I hope I at least win one of my prizes. I'm probably not going to. I feel like that's kind of jippy, but now we just need to pack up all of our presents. We're almost done. I'll give a full tour once we're finished, like getting our last minute stuff together. We are taste testing. Should we blind taste test, or should we just know what I think we're gonna know.
Yeah, we're gonna know.
Okay, so we're taste testing. We have your standard Toll House cookie, chocolate chip cookies, and then we have the Sweet Lawrence. These are dairy-free, gluten-free, technically plant-based,
peanut-free,
peanut-free, and maybe even grain-free. So why don't we try this one first?
Yeah, I've heard good things.
All right, so we're all gonna cheers, everyone.
Clink.
Clink.
These really aren't terrible.
It's crunchy.
It is a crunchy cookie.
You could tell it's missing the zhuzh. You can tell.
It's missing the zhuzh, but
Great alternative.
But I'm gonna eat this second bite. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't eat it. But
Yeah.
I think I would give it, okay.
I would grab a second cookie if these were the only cookies.
Only things around?
I wouldn't.
See, I think the chocolate in there is very nice, and that's what's allowing me to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give mine a 5.5 out of 10. But that's because I wouldn't go for another one, but I would finish the cookie that was given
And
to me.
now I did clarify, I would go for a second one if this is the only cookie
option.
available.
Right.
If I have Toll House versus that, I'm going back for the Toll House. I'm giving these a 7. It wasn't that
Wow,
terrible.
that's a high rating.
That's
It
high.
wasn't that terrible.
Yeah.
But you could tell it's
Yeah, I think the second bite is what's giving me the 5.5.
Yeah, it's at a max of 6.
Yeah, I think
for
6
me.
is generous.
Yeah, great alternative,
Yeah.
but not the real thing.
All right, we're gonna wash it down with the Toll House.
Great.
Piece for you. Piece for you.
You already ate it.
10 out of 10.
Okay, I guess you and I will be the only one that cheers. I know that's
It's a classic.
It is a I do think I overcooked a little bit.
A little
They've been
crispy on the
sitting.
edges.
Yeah.
But we have another batch in the fridge, so.
So what would you give them?
But also, those have been sitting for
Yeah.
a while.
Right, but I think that this cookie of this batch, this is like an 8.5. It's a little crunchy on the outside.
Yeah,
for me.
crunchier for me. I prefer more underdone.
Yeah,
Me too.
I
Yeah.
But you already gave it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
Because it was
You take it
substantially
back.
better than that.
Well, it is better, yeah.
To
So,
all of our vegans out there, I'm so sorry. But it's so much better than that.
what we ended up doing was I ended up baking those cookies this morning. So this is everyone's little take-home bag. So we have regular chocolate chip cookies for our non-dairy allergens. And then we have the vegan cookies, the Sweet Lawrence, for those that have a dairy allergy. Everything is really done. We're gonna put out some games and I need to get dressed. But other than that, the majority of everything is done. The appetizers are out. So I ended up chopping up all the veggies, all the hummus, the berries, and all the nuts are over there. And then just a quick little charcuterie board. It's funny because there's like no green or anything on this board. It's just literally meat and cheese. Just very funny. And then over here we have everything prepped and ready to go. The chicken ended up finishing so fast. Corey just needs to cut them all and then I'll put them in the oven when everybody gets here.
Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for rain.